Here are 10 Dokkan units I would let date my daughter and 10 units I would not let date my daughter. Now, for the sake of this video, let's pretend I have a daughter. I currently do not have one, so nothing to worry about there. But let's go ahead and talk about it. We are going to be looking at units that I would like to have around the family, if you will, and units I definitely would not like to have around the family. So if that sounds interesting to you, let's get into it. The first unit I would let date my daughter would be LR Beast Gohan. Now, you may be wondering, why would I let Beast Gohan do such a thing? I think that Beast Gohan is going to be exactly what she would need. He has protection in the form of the taunt. He is providing support in terms of ki. A lot of things that she is going to need, he is going to be there for her, right? He's always going to be holding it down. He's going to be very consistent, especially if we're talking about on-release Beast Gohan. This is a unit that 100% is going to have her back when she needs it. So I have full confidence in Gohan as a character, but we're not talking about the individual characters today. We're talking about the Dokkan units. So Beast Gohan, I think this is definitely going to be one I would let date my daughter because he is going to be extremely consistent, right? That is exactly what we are looking for. Beast Gohan is the standard. He provides support. He provides protection. He provides all of these things that are very important. And I know if she needs something, Beast Gohan's going to be able to handle it. A unit I would not let date my daughter would be Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. And this one is pretty simple. He just looks too good. He's got too many fire things going on. His animations look too nice. Too many people are after him. It's just too much for someone to handle. And I think that there is a high likelihood that Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta would end up cheating on my daughter because of how many people are going after Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. He simply looks too good, and that's going to be a little bit of a problem. I don't think he would have the loyalty. I don't think he would have the consistency. But if we're talking about what he could do in terms of protection, I think that would be great with his damage reduction, with his guard, with the potential support that he could have if other GT heroes were around. But for the sake of how cool this character looks, I just think he's too much eye candy for him to not resist temptation, if you will. So Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, definitely someone I would not let date my daughter, unfortunately. I just think he's too cool. Tech Broly is a unit that I would let date my daughter due to the simple fact that you will be rewarded in the long run for sticking with this character. You guys know in long events, that is where he's really going to be the most rewarding for you, right? His offense is going to be at astronomical numbers. His defense is going to be at very high numbers as well. Not many bosses in the game that can deal with this Tech Broly when you get long into an event. So Tech Broly, I think, will hold it down for you very well, and you will be rewarded for your loyalty, which is obviously what we want. So if Tech Broly was dating my daughter, I would know that it could be a little bit rough at the beginning, or maybe, she would have to hold it down for a little bit just in order for him to get it right. But once he gets everything right and he's sailing and he's smoothly going, you already know Tech Broly is going to be holding it down. He's going to have consistency. He's going to have counters. He's going to have high defense. He's going to have high offense. This unit is 100% one that I would let date my daughter because I know he's going to be able to hold it down for the group, and by the time that they are long into their relationship, they will be very fruitful, and Broly will definitely be the one to hold it down. So Tech Broly, for sure, this is what we want. We want Tech Broly around. Now, a unit I would not let date my daughter would be Super Saiyan 3 Goku, and you may be wondering why. Right off the bat, he is very good for long or short-term events, right? He's got his guard, he has his damage reduction, but the problem is these things go away too fast. So the redeeming qualities that this character has will go away after that first appearance, and then all of a sudden he's going to look a little bit more fraudulent. So I would be scared of this Goku's long-term commitment, and I think that could be a bit of a trouble, and that would lead to, somebody getting hurt, and that would be not so good. So Super Saiyan 3 Goku definitely would not let date my daughter, unfortunately. I think in terms of short-form content, this character is good, but when, when we're looking for a relationship here, we're looking for that long-term commitment, and I don't think that this Goku can do that. Next up on the would list, Omega Shenron. LR Omega Shenron, I think, is actually somebody, despite the menacing appearance, I think would be able to hold it down due to the fact that he has so much support. What is important in a relationship? Supporting one another, and that is what Omega Shenron does. He provides that damage reduction support. He provides attack support. He's doing rainbow orb changing. He is making life easier for everybody. So I think Omega Shenron is an example of one of those good characters. Not in terms of them being extreme class. We kind of have to ignore that for the hypothetical, if you will. But I think physical Omega Shenron is a classic example of somebody that I would, right? He is going to hold it down. Again, support is everything, right? Being able to be there for each other. I know my daughter's going to be there for Omega, and then Omega is going to be back right there for her. So that is very good. That is what we are looking for. Omega Shenron also provides a domain, so he is good at, not only providing support for that temporary bit, but permanent support as well. So sometimes support's going to be higher, sometimes the support's going to be lower, but the consistent thing here with Omega Shenron is the fact that he does have that support at all times. So that is going to be good. Physical Omega, very rock steady, right? This is somebody that I would like to have around. Now, somebody I would definitely not let date my daughter would be Kaio-Ken Blue Goku. You want to know why? Because this character is going to be actively hurting the team, and that's not good, right? Sometimes we'll have high moments of offensive potential and things like that, but the problem with this unit is on his super attack, he's going to be taking HP away from the team. So if he is actively hurting you whilst trying to help you, I don't think that is a good sign for an ideal partner, if you will. So Tech Kaio-Ken Goku, not a fan of him being around. I don't think this would be a very safe unit for everybody involved. Even myself included, and I'm not even in the relationship, right? So I think that would end up being a little bit of a problem. Tech Kaio-Ken Blue Goku, definitely on the list of big X right here. See you later, pal. Next up on the would list would be Super Saiyan 2 Kale and Caulifla. This is specifically talking about the on-release version of Kale and Caulifla. This is a character that is going to hold it down for long term, right? Everything that we talked about with Broly is going to be the same case here with this Kale and Caulifla, and long-term invulnerability with the stacking is essentially a form of protection for the team. You can put this Kale and Caulifla in the face of danger, and they are going to overcome it every single time. So when this character came out, despite, people maybe not being the biggest fan of this character here, I know that they're going to hold it down for my daughter, and they are in good hands. So Kale and Caulifla definitely going to be on this list for the wood side of things. They are definitely going to hold it down, and I am not scared of them whatsoever in the hand of being, tasked with protecting my daughter, if you will. Someone that I would not is STR UI Goku. Now, Ultra Instinct Sign Goku here, this guy in specific, he is way too risky, right? I know that if she ends up with him, there's a very high chance that she's going to get hurt, about a 30% chance that she gets hurt, right? And you also have to think about it, this could happen all the time. So this unit is way too high risk in order for there to be any stability and, ease of mind. If STR UI Goku was around, I would be a little bit scared. Now, this just goes for all of the UI characters in general, right? The AGL UI Goku, I think, would sort of be a similar case. But AGL UI, I am feeling a little bit safer with because of the guaranteed dodging right away, the ability to revive if things go south, and then the guaranteed dodging again. So maybe if this was a relationship that was unfortunately short-lived, I know for the most part they were okay, but that's the problem. I don't know what would happen after that. So that's where AGL UI, STR UI, Tech UI, it's all going to be the same thing. I'd probably put them in the camp of no. I think they're a little bit too dangerous for the sake of what I would want ideally. So this is definitely somebody not a fan. I would not let them date my daughter. LR Trunks and Vegeta is somebody that I would, because of the fact that not only are they going to get stronger as the relationship goes on, they are also going to be elevating my daughter at the same time, with their ability to provide the stacks long term for everybody on the team. So that would be them and my daughter included. So not only are they going to be getting stronger and stronger, so is my daughter. That is the beauty of Trunks and Vegeta. They're rock steady in slot 1. They're a very protective unit. That's exactly what I want. And then they're also going to be able to help provide in terms of the long-term support on the 18-key super attack. So this Trunks and Vegeta right here, definitely what we are looking for. I think Trunks and Vegeta is one of the more ideal characters for sure in terms of Dokkan units. I would definitely put them in the camp of wood. In Super Saiyan 4 Goku is another case of somebody that I would not. And this is a very similar one to Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. He just looks too cool. And on top of that, he is a lot more fraudulent than AGL Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. You look at the SSR art, you're like, oh my god, he's so cool. You look at the TUR art, you're like, okay, maybe not as cool, but still pretty cool. You look at the LR art, you're like, oh my god, they're so cool. And then you look at the full power art, you're like, oh my god, they're even cooler. So that, again, would be the problem. Really cool animations, too much swagger, if you will. That would be a little bit too much, and I think the same case of Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta would be the same case here for this Super Saiyan 4 Goku. The defenders of this Super Saiyan 4 Goku are a little bit too passionate, and he looks too cool. I just think it's too much of a risky game. Last up on this video, I have the STR Blue Boys, and they would go into the would let date my daughter category due to the fact that they have a lot of tools to get out of specific situations. If a boss is nullifying dodge and putting everybody in trouble, this character can go into that first slot and actually nullify those attacks, and they will be able to dodge so they can be safe. They have high offensive output if they need it. They have defensive output with the dodge and the damage reduction. There are a lot of things that this character can do in order to keep things from going south. And I really like the way that this character is consistent. They can build potentially a good team around them if they need to be. If we need backup or something like that, we have a lot of characters that can come around and help, and that is going to be good. So you guys know here are some Dokkan units I would and would not let date my daughter. Again, this video was just for fun. Don't take it too serious or anything like that. Don't view it as like, you know, me taking any sort of stance, just for fun, just jokes, right? Dokkan's a little dead right now, so we're trying some fun content. Let me know what you think of the idea down below, and what characters would you let or would you not let date your hypothetical child, of course. Again, just for fun. Nothing serious whatsoever, and I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Let me know any ideas that you have down below. We can definitely do something like this again in the future, and I'm looking forward to hearing your guys' reaction in the comment section below. Just something a little different for today. So I hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to leave a like before you go. Subscribe if you're new, so that way you don't miss out on any Dokkan content, and maybe in the future we'll make something just like this again, depending on how this video does and how you guys receive it. So thank you for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Become a member down below if you want to. See you in the next one.